We looked at Malachi giving us, okay, what did God require of us? Did he require us to have a blood of rams and goats or 1,000 cattle being sacrificed at 1 year old? No. He wants you to act justly. He wants you to love mercy. And he wants you to walk humbly with him. That's Malachi 6 and 8. And with that, we look, okay, to acknowledge the Most High, what do we do? Think about him in everything we do. To have him direct our steps, that's how we acknowledge him. Thinking about him before we do anything, before we get up, before we go to bed, before we eat, before we go to work, before we take a job, before we quit a job, before we go shopping, before we get in the car, before we leave the house, coming home. Acknowledge him in all your ways. The way you talk, the way you walk. Well, mainly right now, we're talking about the way you walk. We'll do a quick recap. I talked briefly about the necessity of walking with God. What's necessary? You got to be humble. You got to understand that you can't direct your own steps without God directing your steps. You're going to fall for anything the devil throw at you.